Let's go ahead and dig into the news, starting with Puppet Obama having his little healthcare press conference. And at the very end, he said, well, the things that go right, you guys aren't going to write about. Well, that was the wrong thing to say to a press who has been pumping him up and not telling any of the truth at all, hardly. Not hardly at all. They've totally gone along with this piece of frickin' shit. But they went on Twitter, and one of them says, I give up. Another one said, Obama presser resembling first debate versus Romney in tone and dining. By the way, those last two debates versus Romney, I have no doubt, was told to shut up and sit down and let the piece of shit win. Obama not making the greatest case for federal programs. Who the hell has ever? Get a brain. Nobody in their right mind. But no, I mean, everybody understands the federal government cannot run a program. They can't even run a damn post office, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. And then you got frickin' Boehner. He's highly skeptical of Obamacare fix. No, really, John boy? Really? Stupid piece of shit. He belongs in jail for life, by the way. That would be my guess. Put a polygraph test on these people. Guess what? My guess is 20% of those in office, 20 to 30, will stay in prison for life. The rest, anywhere from 10 to 20, 30 years. Megyn Kelly, she got into it with Ezekiel Emanuel. He's a White House administrator. About the insurance companies canceling policies. He says, well, they do it all the time. She let him have it. Good for you, Megan. She's not just hot looking, she's got some brains too. A veteran goes into a pizza place with his dad. He has his service dog with him, and the guy says you can't have him in here. It's health codes. You know something? There's exceptions to every rule. And, you know, lighten up. Most people have pets. They really don't mind. I, for one, would not mind. Most people would not. Obama nominating a former NAACP official to this top civil rights post. Well, why not? They're the most racist. Look, the NAACP is one of the most racist groups out there. They're like the opposite of the KKK, okay? The NSA, they said that Snowden leaked up to 200,000 secret documents. Number one, the NSA needs to be slashed to 10% of what exists today, or less. Nancy Pelosi, she's scolding John Boehner. Look, here's all I got to say about Pelosi, and you're not going to find too many with the balls to say this. But when she held up that thing and said, if you want to know what you just pass it, meaning Obamacare, right? You tell me, Democrats included, how many of them are thinking, as soon as that crazy-ass bitch said that, they wish now somebody either fucking plugged her ass in the head or hauled her ass off to a facility and put her into a loony bin. Yeah. Tell me how many people are thinking she shouldn't have been locked up right then and there. Tell me how many people are thinking something shouldn't have happened to that Looney Tune bitch right there. Because you know something? They all know now. She knew what was in that document. She knew what was in Obamacare. She knew what a piece of shit that it was. Yeah. Tell me that people aren't thinking she ought to be in prison for the rest of her life. Or given the death sentence. Take your pick. People would be... It'd be 50-50 probably. China, they're pissed off they only gave $2 million aid to the typhoon people over in the Philippines. They got the second largest economy in the world. Look, they're broke on their ass too. The only difference is we're giving money that we don't have. And you know something? You know what they really need? They need people to help clean up. They need help to rebuild. That's what they need. They don't need so much money. They need all the rest. Because the money's, look, China knows the money is going to go into the pockets of the corrupt politicians, okay? Give China some credit. Saudi Arabia, they say their labor system is broken. No, really? How many people in Saudi Arabia are on welfare? Guess what? Our labor force is getting broken too. Consider that. Um, Up in Canada, hundreds of kids were rescued in a child porn bust. This is a pet peeve of mine. Truly is. I hate this shit. I hate women being raped. People who commit offenses against kids and women, as far as I'm concerned, life in prison. Life. Life. Don't ever let the sons of a bitches out. Angela Merkel and Francois Hollande, the two pricks, one from Germany, the other one from France. Yeah, they're getting cozy. Sickening. They're both. Let me tell you what. If their countries knew the shit that they've been a part of, and Sarkozy as well, they'd all be in prison for life as well. And maybe one day they will be. Some dumbass down in New Zealand trying a rape case. He said, well, the woman should have just crossed her legs. That's a guy you take outside, cram a Coke bottle up his ass or a cucumber up his ass, and say, you know something? You should have crossed your legs. Why didn't you? You should have sat down on your ass. You shouldn't have let us put that up your ass. How dare you? It's not our fault we did it. It's your fault for not sitting down or keeping access to your asshole away from us. Yeah, it shut him up forever. And then the Philippines. There's an Astrodome over there. Tacloban, I think it is. It's just, everything is a mess in that area. Everything. And yeah, they need some help. I see a picture here of this dumbass up in Toronto. I'm amazed the city of Toronto have not grabbed that fat piece of shit out of office and thrown him in prison. I'm amazed. I tell you, you know something? We've become way too civilized. Way, way too civilized. This Obamacare thing, you know something? Back in the day, this shit would have been rectified in a hurry. It would have been taken care of. Anyway, you guys have a good night. I'll talk to you later. I gotta get dinner.